onto GH. Kaka.
It should be able to bring him down.
Two-man stun. No,
misses the stun.
GH is going to juke away. He's speedy. He's a man on a horse, but the Infest has long enough range to catch. A final bit of damage now as Faith dies mid lane, defending tier 1. TP from
The TA.
It looks a bit weird without the side blades there, but we'll move forward. A stun onto Kaka. Miracle focuses a hit onto KP, but it's time to run a little bit here, I think. It's Matoma Man overstepping his bounds. Kaka, carapace up with a man. Now, takes down Matoma Man.
They're so tanky.
Moogie gets just out of range. The burst strike lands, and look at him go. A nice purification from KP will keep him up and running for a little bit longer, but Miracle just relentless, unstoppable damage coming through.
He is unstoppable and relentless, but he can't quite bring them down. They have a little bit too high armor, and he doesn't have the Desolator yet. So fighting here, I think maybe he should just have kept farming the stacks, but now they're going to try and take a tower or get something more out of this. But this is looking pretty hard to pressure the Dire here. They're pretty strong under going behind, going on Sankey.
Fought MC, but he's got a Burrow Strike after Sandstorm to get a bit of distance there. And
yeah, unfortunately, he used his Spiked Carapace very early. If he waited maybe a little bit and then ran on top of him with the Spiked Carapace, that we could prevent.
Denies out tower from Storm as SC goes for the zip TP. Feeling a little bit unsafe down the bottom lane. Kuro will pair her up and try a bit of farm here on the Dragon Knight. Treads, Soul Ring, moving into drums. He's lacking a little bit, it feels like, Matthew, but...
He definitely is. He didn't have the easiest laning stage, but he's recovering, I suppose, running back to the lane and just farming away.
Miracle focusing on finishing that Deso, of course.
Oh, he's not going to be recovering so easily. He does not have TP ready, and here comes the gank. First they send out the Lifestealer. Meanwhile,
Kaka's like, I'm staying invis until the last second.
Yeah, the steal lasted as well. For that.
Mid lane Faith dies to the rest of it.
Dibbling Sand King used the ulti actually to commit that kill.
Again on Storm, but SC zips forward, aggressively looking for a play to make here on Kuro. He ready with a purification bomb if required, but Miracle arriving means that they have to kind of...
He may have been able to get that kill, but it would be so risky for Storm to go in.
He'd burn like all of his mana for an AA, right?
Exactly, he would use every single point of mana just to go in, and then maybe TA would be able to kill him. Scary situation. TA is now 100 gold away from the entire Desolator.
Bottle has full staff and 1,000 gold.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the big stories as well. Look at him farming. Efficiency going on here. Killing the creep wave. Lane insane. Sand King coming in.
One controls like, nah, mate.
PH knew what he was doing as well.
Lane, hello, really wrapping around. Coming in, Costal TPs, Miracle hiding in the trees. The Fiends grip in onto Matsu. As Storm zips back and forth, trying to get out of danger. But Matoma Man is still alive. Kaka needs to get in here.
GH saving him, and now counter initiation.
One controls in, but the GA, that will be really nice for the disengage of Newbee. Ice Blast crosses the river and will land onto a couple of Newbee heroes. MC has a blink stun. With any target, he jumps in. The vision they've got on the Omni Knight is looking good. No repel for 18 seconds, and with Matu's stun, this should secure a kill here onto the...
Still want to fight this though. Everyone go in.
Cancelled.
Oh, they're backing out.
Kaka's thinking about going now onto Miracle. Refraction ends. Or a strike onto Faith. Now the Storm zipping forward. A nice mana burn onto the Sand King secures that kill. But have you ever stepped here to sleep onto this little old Templar Assassin? But Kaka dies to the big Illuminator GH. Showing off the strength that he's got as the Deso damage onto the Centaur.
Run, Centaur Conqueror.
Stop.
You're a conqueror.
Felt pretty even, honestly, but ends up being a net worth win there for Newbee.
It was a good fight for Liquid in the beginning, but then they got a little bit out of position with Mind Control, along with the AA as well. Two of them just got a little bit deep when they tried to ward up. AA got the ward down, but I wonder if they didn't realize that that's what he was doing.
Stays alive through it all though, right?
He did.
102, 110 CS.
The big story, how strong he's getting, and Coddle also surviving.
Gone on by MC and GH, but they are unable to kill him. Still on about 300 HP after the Epicenter and stun.
So I only recently started really thinking about the implications after you do that. Like what happens after that failed gank. It's still forcing the Storm to run all the way back to base. If you're paying attention to him right now, it's going to take a long time before he gets there. And he has to bottle up and start healing. And then, well, he could TP out to a lane, but then he doesn't have TP ready. So he's probably going to have to pull lightning, bottle a little bit, and run a little bit. And then he gets to a lane. It takes a very long time. So he uses the TP. Now he's not going to be ready to go if there's something happening bottom or top. Even a failed kill attempt can still be quite successful. That's what I'm trying to say.
Some kind of reaction from your opponent, or just removing efficiency. Like, Kaka, I think Matu knows something's happening, that they're pinging and like, hey, there's a guy here, but Kuro's the one that gets found out.
He didn't get the memo. He died.
Storm Spirit?
Oh, no,
Louise. That is super dangerous.
We've got to watch out. Those Prowlers, they will take any chance they get.
Oh, enemy hero? Yes. Don't mind if I do. Root you up.
Root you up, face you down.
Moogie going in here. The Burst Strike does catch KP in the back end. The damage coming in onto TA. No refraction. Now it comes up. Low HP, but Miracle gets out. GH can turn this one around with a grip onto Matu, not killing him off, but finally the damage will arrive. Moogie and Kaka secure it. A big Illuminate across 3 or 4. Chunk of damage onto the Newbee squad.
Still no mana leak though, unfortunately, so not that strong at chasing right here.
Great
nice
stun.
Double stun. And the A ulti is going to connect onto a Sanking, and they will burst him down.
Smoogie thinking about going on MC. No reveal again means that Newbee cannot.
They've been a little bit sloppy
capitalize.
about that, not carrying enough protection on anyone. Right now, they don't have a single dust on any of their heroes. And I think they need to start being ready for Mind Control doing that. So often he gets away with just blinking in, stunning, and then, oh, I'm fine because Sandstorm.
But how close was that attempt on Miracle, right? Drop him to like 150 HP.
Extremely close for sure.
And he's like one refraction, snap, snap. I'm back in fighting form.
Yeah, exactly. He's back and he's farming. He's got his Blink Dagger after this one camp. Of course, we're spending a lot of time talking about it. It's not even about my personal preference about TA. This is just the most important hero right now. She's going to scale and become a monster. The Blink on Sanking along with the Blink on TA, that is the kill potential that's able to bring down anyone on side of Newbee.
With GH Cottle, Aghanims is 1,400 gold away. He just continues farming like a madman. This
Now
is gonna
with
give them
Mana
so
Leak.
much. Now with Mana Leak, yeah, you're right.
Get yours now.
So that's going to give them heals onto the Dragon Knight, onto the TA when they're pushing forward. Will stop situations like we just saw. Going to give you the global presence, the vision for the Sand King to catch people as well is going to be huge.
The level 15 talent for Otto is one of the best as well, I think, in the game. 350 cast range. When he has so many active things, you tend to buy active items as well, like the Force Staff he already has.
Hex later on.
Yeah, Hex, any single item later on. I've even seen the Meme Hammer on Caudle just because of the long cast range, and it can honestly work wonders.
We've seen a bunch of like Ether Lens Cottle into like Meteor Hammer, then a Cypher Vice.
You can push from so far away with that.
Miracle, melded, hiding, waiting.
Yeah, it's the two heroes that we mentioned. They want to sit and try to create a kill. I think they might be more successful after he shows himself here in Miracle. Someone will come up here. And, even Storm could die with AA ulti coming in, or with Sanking ulti.
Do they have vision of this? I don't think.
No, they didn't see me yet. They saw him distant.
Now Bane will spot and walk away.
Always a matter of who spots who. If he takes one step too close there, Sanking will just pounce in and he will be dead. Meanwhile, AA getting a little bit of level on mid, getting some love. Gonna go with the 60 GPM talent. One of the worst talents in the game, but still, it's
money.
It's giving you something. At the point that Kuroki is at, 60 GPM seems pretty good.
Almost a ward a minute.
Almost a ward a minute. That's the way you have to see it.
Yeah. I can't remember who taught me that, but it's like, that's the way you look at supports GPM talents.
Well,
it's like, it's a voice. Oh, nice smoke pop, Kaka.
Smoke breaking.
No reveal?
Not have any form of reveal. Well, the worst GPM talent ever was the level 15 Silencer one. 60.
Oh, it's still 16.
On 15. That was such a bad talent. Man, Kaka is keeping track of them here. Throwing them to his team, but they can't quite get the point of initiation here. They're trying with the Infest Bomb. Obviously, they have Bloodstone on Storm now, so he wants to get some charges going.
They have one sentry mid for Liquid, but Kaka's very, very nicely dancing around it.
He is. He's doing a great job, even soaking up some of the experience over here.
Newbee desperately want to get in. They want to go fight. They've smoked themselves up. Kaka's vendetta has ended, so he's going to walk back, but the rest of the team undecisive about what they're doing. Now they've drawn the line towards Roshan. They've not seen Liquid in a few seconds. Maybe a little bit worried about what's heading their way as a sentry gets placed down, immediately taken out by Miracle as mind control in. Now the zip forward. SE repelled up. He's going to zip back again to the other side, focusing down onto the TA with a big stun coming through. Mind control's going to get taken out here, surely. No, turn around. 3-man burrow, but 2-man kills off SE, and KP's fallen as well. Newbee, what's happened? Just one play from mind control has turned everything on its head.
That, along with the damage from Illuminate, they're now trying to kill Kuro. Gonna get him quite quickly here, but Matumba Man is scary. Infest running away inside the Nyx.
Me. Faith nearly dead. Mind control's having another little fight here, but SC back in battle, looking for the GH Costal. One more hit is all he needs. He'll zap forward and get that final touch as Matumba Man, full HP, full mana, with mind control ready to blink stun. Could think about going in onto SC again.
Would be massive to kill him twice in the same fight, get that Bloodstone charges away, but they killed him once at least. Came back, some retribution, but that was a very closely matched fight. Good beam script by the Bane, who managed to stand in the outskirts and still reach the TA. Very clumped up fight though, which is hard against AA, Caudle, and Sand. The three of them had massive impact. Even the Dragon Knight did quite a bit of work there.
Yeah, like Nyx had a really sick 2-man Impale, and then mind control's in with a 3-man Epicenter, 2-man Burrow Strike, and then another like 3 or 4-man Burrow Strike to top it all off. Everyone just performing very well, executing nicely around this mid lane, but you can feel how tense it is potentially for Newbee here. They're the ones that definitely want to kind of get the job done and go and steal Roshan away from Liquid, because the Aegis, but feels like Liquid's kind of hope and savior this game to really push forward and get the win.
It really is. All eyes are on the Roche pit, and being able to take the Roshan sneakily is what Liquid are hoping for. But I like what they were doing here with Storm, just going down bottom, pushing a little bit. Now they see the TP down bottom by Dragon Knight. Instantly, they go for a smoke themselves again. Infest is going. Anyone who is alone right now will quickly be bursted down. Have a ward, they see the TA farming.
Yeah.
Likely their target.
They are not going in blind. They go for the AA. Kuroki is blown up.
That is a good target, actually.
Miracle blinks out.
Takes away a lot of the risk. You get the AA killed first. You can still always heal up with magic ones and not do it as easily.
But Newbee can't seem to do anything from it.
No, and they're now going for the Roshan. Look at the sneaky recall here. They're going to be spotted out by the ward. Barely seeing them. They're not going to be able to take it in time. No, everyone is moving over.
Roshan loses 2,000 HP, and Liquid give up for now as the Carapace comes out from a trap.
Yeah,
was that a trap?
It was a trap. So the way it works is TA is the one dealing the damage. Unlike Techie's Mines, it works different. Oh, Kaka moving in a little bit.
Traps.
Traps everywhere.
Roshan's still being attempted here by Liquid. Miracle in the pit, 3 outside. Kaka moves in again. Carapace up onto another trap, so Miracle does get stunned a touch.
Really awkward Roche attempt here.
This is
such a standoff, and of course the Infest Bomb is ready to be left going any moment if they can go in. Storm should swing over to the west a little bit. If he goes from up north, that could be an easier point of initiation. But in the end, they're gonna back out. So yeah, the way it works is different from the way Techie's Mines work.
Serpent Wards and Plague Wards.
Exactly, they're all their own units, whereas the TA Traps somehow...
symbiotic relationship.
Somehow, yes. Oh, here we go, they're walking up high ground.
They've caught one, but the repel instantly. Kaka turns with a stun, and SC is in with the Infest Bomb. The Guardian Angel's out from KP, and Newbee, they only lose their Bane until Mind Control arrives for the sick Epicenter. Kaka, Carapace is back, but he's Meld struck and side-bladed down by Miracle's Deso TA, and they're chasing KP. There's no way escaping.
KP gets brought down as well. Liquid really showing the strength of their core heroes right now. They're dealing so much damage. And by core heroes, I'm talking about 4 of them, because that Caudle is doing a lot of work. They focused him entirely, and yes, you did bring him down in the end, but at what cost?
3 heroes down from Newbee. No Infest. Oh, they've got an Infest Bomb right now, actually. It's just come off cooldown, but they're going to get scouted by a range team. Oh, zipping in, Moogie and SC. Out they come. Oh, but Superman dropping reload. The Outspot comes through. The Aegis snatched by SC. He's taken it away from them. Liquid, what do you do against this? The Aegis is popped, so SC returns with full HP, full mana. In onto Kuroki, down goes the Ancient Apparition, and Newbee with that one buyback. Absolutely beautiful stuff.
TP's in. Is he gonna live here?
Storm zipping forward, looking for more.
Vortex, but he can't quite get the reach. Just barely gonna get away. Hasted on TA, but no mana really to speak of, so should be a little bit careful as well. Trapping them as they run away here. He's doing some good damage to them with the traps. KP, ooh, gets out. The clutch blink. Another trap though.
Mana leak onto Moogie. This is obnoxious as fuck, honestly. Just spells everywhere, but they've got Repel and Rage, and they will walk it off.
They managed to get out in the end, and they retained the gem. They still have that. Liquid did not lose that. That was a clutch Aegis steal, though. The Storm was so close to going down to just the AA burst. Beautiful quick stun by Sanking. As soon as Storm was in there, he's like, yep, you're stunned. So quick.
Yeah. Liquid still on the front foot. They know there's no Aegis here. Potentially no play for Newbee to make without a Guardian Angel.
I like how Matumba Man practically has no item yet. He's just a Drums, Treads, Dragon Knight at minute 27 pretty much. But that doesn't really matter. He's tanky, he carries his stun, and the damage is coming out from his team anyway. He's just being obnoxious there on the front line. They're going to take this tower without creeps.
Like a wannabe Wraith King, isn't it?
Yeah,
he's just like,
pretty much.
Cast spells on me, let the rest of my team survive, please.
Pretty much.
Big old damage sink DK.
I think this Ghost Scepter is going to be massive for GH. The survivability he will get from it is really, really big. Caudle won't be able to die to Lifestealer or Storm anymore when he has this.
Kuroki's got one as well himself.
Yeah, I think it's a great read on this game. Getting in on both your supports. Who are they going to target? They're only going on Caudle and AA in every single fight. Of course, they try to kill PA every now and then, but it's going to get harder.
Of course, you're going to have to buy up a Nullifier or something like that. Newbee squad if you want to try and deal with these Ghost Scepters. Oh, the ward on ward here.
A little bit awkward double ward. Well, double ward by Dire and then a ward next to it as well. So kind of wasted, but they want to just see the high ground, see if they can jump in and get a pick.
Liquid like Nami.
Oh, mates, we'll come back to D-ward that later.
We push. We push now.
Exactly. There's no stress on Liquid to force the issue. They can also just TP away and push with Dragon Knights without having to worry, since they have a recall if anything happens. They need to get him back here. Meanwhile, Newbee are going to be pretty happy getting another tower.
2 at that. Liquid. You get the push out mid and top. Pings come out onto the tier 3 mid. I'm not sure if that was from Newbee saying, hey, Liquid are known for their kind of ballsy high ground shoves. You have to be a little bit worried about TPing back one by one to defend. Liquid. Hardcore as that. Just come in, board up the jungle a touch. Some nice vision down deep in this Newbee side of the map.
Teams looking for whatever they can get right now as Liquid want to slow the game down, get a little bit more farm if they get the Orchid on PA. He's going to be very happy about that since Lincoln's is not yet up.
Super important as well with these wards to try and spot out like smoke, infest, Lifestealer into the storm, just kind of get an inkling, a bit of knowledge about what Newbee are planning in the next 30 seconds to a minute or so, and they're trying to de-ward, but there's nothing up here. A little bit further across to this side. Also, these Ob Sentry combos, right? Looking for the Nyx Assassin. Only one of them up there, but they'll start to place down, a ton of sentries on these entry points.
Well, they have that, and then they have the gem on Caudle, so yeah, it's quite dangerous for the Caudle or for the Nyx to run in, since the Caudle might always see him. It is nighttime though, good time for Dire to fight.
Stupendous.
So until the day comes around again.
Has a pretty big impact since the vision. Oh, they could lead with a Carapace on mid. I don't know if they're gonna be able to reach him though. Like, I got stunned, guys.
Sure got me.
Yep.
You've got your Ghost on Bottle, but Mauritian.
Looking hard. I don't know how they're gonna burst anyone apart from Miracle. He's the only one who looks like a viable target here for Dire to go on. Depends, of course, on the initiation.
Are you afraid at all about Miracle's build going very kind of damage-based? He's got, defense life in the Hurricane Pipe.
Not quite. Both builds have some merit to them. One big thing that people seem to ignore when looking at builds like this, because obviously I pay an amazing amount of PA. A lot of people are like, why no BKB? Oh, bad, you should have bought BKB. Well, he's gonna have a late 10-second BKB later on in the fight, and that has a massive impact. And now, Grouping up, moving around here. Could get a really nice initiation, perhaps. They have a read. Oh, they have a...
Oh, man. Two-man, stun into Ice Blast. It catches 3. The GA from KP. He was trying to save his buddies, but now SEC with the Infest back. The catch 1, looking for the GH Cottle. Get him as well. This is a really balanced fight between the two of them. But KP, the Purification gives him life barely through the Miracle, but now the full-step forward. Mind controls Epicenter in on top of Newbee, and the deny from the Storm means the Newbee being wiped off the face of the map. One by one, they'll dive in now, but Mugi strong enough to get to the high ground and away from Miracle. But Liquid, that ward, perfect for that smoke movement in.
Such a big thing that they didn't find the D-ward on that Observer and Sentry, so they saw Nyx as well. Beautiful double stun coming in to lead the way with Sanking. AA ulti landed perfectly, and of course, both the DK and the TA, well, they're not unhappy to be going on some stun targets and killing them. Easy for them. Regen rune again here for SEC. He does get some nice runes, but he did lose Bloodstone charges in that fight, and that hurts you.
Second time now he's been down to 10.
It's not horrible though. 10 is still manageable. Your mana is still definitely decent. I think once it goes down to 6 or lower, you really struggle to even farm effectively. His mana regen is going to be okay for now. This is starting to get a little bit worrisome. If you're a fan of Newbee, it's not a good spot to be in. Another smoke being purchased by AA here, so towards Liquid to go for a group up perhaps.
When's the next Roche?
They're recalling. They're smoking up right now.
It's a bit over a minute and fast as Roche spawn, but yeah, here comes the smoke from Liquid you were talking about.
Gonna put down a Sentry. Sentry is on point. They don't want to attack it, but they know you're there, guys. Nothing to hide. Ping, ping.
You may as well just at this point.
Yeah, well, just waiting to see if they can find any form of advantage.
Kaka has the gem. Liquid. A new one just yet. Spamming sentries dead for this next assassin. Newbee trying to hold their high ground. They need their life stealer to come back. Yeah, keeping now towards the tier 3. SC starts things off with a little bit of a chip damage here onto Matu with the help of that repel.
Chip damage won't do much against the Coddle though. He's just repeatedly spamming out the heal. Look for the Carapace.
Infest bomb in with the Carapace onto Matu. Fiends can be expended as well. That's the DK dead. Chase has to secure them. More kills. GH goes step before stab TP. Do they have a stun to catch him as he retreats? Yes, they do with a Yule's up from Kaka. Very quickly swinging from 1 to 2 to 3. Newbee learning to count with Gary B.
Seems like they got a little bit out of position there with the Dragon Knights and didn't quite have anyone who wanted to go in to try and save him. He was facing the wrong way, so they can't even force staff him. That's just going to push him into the enemy team. Of course, otherwise that would be a nice play. They have 3 force staffs. And after that, the supports are simply not mobile enough to get away from the Storm Spirit as he goes in. But
even with a double damage on Miracle.
Newbee definitely showing some big signs of life here. He's showing that their lineup is still having some clear combinations.
Going. Got Kaka in front of him, hands over the gem to the Storm.
Went to Jeweler Store, picked up a gem.
Lovely, lovely.
Ward yourself.
Miracle, full Bloodstone, and there's the BKB that you were mentioning. Come around.
Bloodstone?
BKB. There!
Yeah,
BKB.
Bloodthorn.
Bloodthorn, Bloodstone, Bloodthorn, Blood.
There's a lot of
BKB,
blood everywhere.
There. But yeah, he's got Bloodthorn.
He's got the bet.
BKB is going to be here before 40 minutes. For Miracle, so it's looking good still for this TA who has died only once this game.
Exactly. If you can get to this point where you're playing without a BKB and you're still able to not die and get this much farm, then this is the better progression, just because you will have the 10-second charges, whereas everyone else is having their charges being expended a bit. Well, technically, Matumba Man still has a 10-second because he didn't get to use it. He just got bursted.
Very true.
Surprised he didn't go for a Blink Dagger build, but I suppose he was so underfarmed he didn't want to tie himself back even more with that. Definitely a strong item for this game.
Oh, big old tank. Oh, he misses. Mind control. No, that's not how you start a fight.
An uncharacteristic mistake by
Matu hit by the exact end of the impale of Nyx. Miracle jumping in now, an epicenter from MC. He does have a Blink Burrow, but Faith the only hero he catches. A GA quickly out from KP with a brain sap to follow. Fate's going to get hit though by the Ice Blast and Cold Feet, and down he goes as the BKB from Matsu looking for Kaka. There's the Carapace and the stun, but Kaka dead. Mind control, Burst Strike back in onto KP and Newbee. They're being picked apart one by one, little by little, as he jumps in though now with the Infested Life for the jumping out. Matsu will die, but Liquid they can extract.
Can the supports run away this time?
GH goes Scepter, Force Staff ready, high ground not available to him, and the stuns are enough to kill off two.
Oh, Kuro though, he's, you know, slippery sliding away. This little AA wants to live. He finds an Invis rune, the best feeling when trying to get away as a support with no items.
But a Roshan steal from Newbee potentially coming out now.
And Roshan is really big for them. If they get this Aegis and Cheese onto Storm, it would be massive. Buyback already being used. A ulti coming in.
Oh, Miracle. He wanted Mugi, toggles his armor off, he's got the Repel and the Lincolns on him, but Mind Control's out of mana and out of space to live here. It looks like with a gem drop, Kaka will pick it up. Buyback immediately. Lifestealer did die in the end, so what is this? Omni, DK, Sand King, Lifestealer, everyone's just going ding, 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 spend our money.
Lifestealer made a little bit of a mistake there. He could have infested someone to prevent himself from dying, but he thought that he was going to be fine, I believe, or he tried to get into someone who ran away from him. Not sure which, but in the end did not get his ulti off, and he went down to the AA ulti. They see them. Great ward here for Dire. We've seen what wards can do.
Maybe on the front foot, zip forward. There we go. Catch Mind Control. No, it's catching the DK. Mind Control. Die back. BKB from Metal Manipulator do enough. Mugi's chasing forward. And the Dragon Knight, he's going to run out of duration. He's got no TP and he's getting ripped up by Fate. Newbee swinging in hard and strong as they sweep through Liquid. The diebacks are huge.
2 diebacks right like that, and those are very essential heroes for this lineup as well. They need these stuns to be able to bring anyone down. SCCC going back to defend here as the courier gets sniped. That was the Shivas on the courier recipe only. He could buy a new one, honestly. The recipe is not expensive.
It really isn't. Cottle, nice full staff, drifting away, blinding light.
Still not safe though. He has no other escape, only a Ghost Scepter, but they're gonna stop pursuing as the DA is around. They want back towards the Roche.
To finish this Roshan.
Yeah, I don't want to get distracted. They still have 40 seconds to go on the big stunts.
My hands are off the keyboard and mouse, Weiger. I'm looking at Miracle because...
Yeah, he's the only one who can save this situation for the Radiant.
Don't you know it? Don't you know it?
Oh, I don't know if he wants to go in there. He doesn't have any gold at all. No buyback available. If he dies,
Kuro,
that would be...
He's been found.
Yeah.
He surely dies here.
He gets the grab. And that's one more Bloodstone charge. He's up to 18 again. Who took SEC's Bloodstone charges? He takes them back. TA, no buyback. Do not die.
No. Oh, blink, 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 blink.
She does have it. She gets out. Does have the 10 charges as well in Refraction. He is gonna be fine for now. That is some scary moment though.
Baited.
Definitely baited, but unfortunately not going to stop too much.
Well, Roshan's still alive and DK is respawned, Sanky's respawned.
Yeah, maybe they can contest. They're relocating to take the fight. They're gonna recall in the TA as well in a second. He has 5 seconds cooldown. He can call him soon on Coddle.
There is no Ice Blast. Kaka has a Vendetta in a couple of seconds as well. The Blinding Light tries to buy time. In comes though. Look at that. Kaka, you are a freaking god. Mind Control gets absolutely screwed over by the Knicks now to move on to Matumba Mat. DC.
Oh, GH.
Forward. GH tries to slide down to low ground, but he will be taken out. Dead.
Quickly, they need to react to the bottom lane. There's push already onto their racks here as the PA is pushing. He does not have buyback still if they were to somehow close the distance, but quite hard to catch. Blink and Force Staff. And we have seen so many pre-stunts on Roshan dying by different teams, just calling it good discipline. And this is finally one of those times where it actually paid off.
Yeah.
He did not have vision of anything that was happening. He just knows that Roshan's very low. The enemy are looking at us with Caudal Aghanim's. And as it was about to die, he stuns and it worked out.
Perfect stuff. Well, we're hitting so many level 25s. It's getting insane now, but a quick rundown of what we got so far. Storm Spirit has got little ball lightning remnants going around everywhere, which is pretty nice.
I believe it still has the bug as well that I first learned from Weeha, I believe. Talking after TA here, but no one's close enough. So there's a bug about this talent that if you level it up while you're already ball lightning in Ing, then it's gonna drop all the lightning remnants that you should have dropped in that distance. It's gonna drop towards the end.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure the bug still exists, but I've seen it used by Weehaw. I thought it was amazing. Wow. It looks really strong. If you do a super long jump, you just end up having like
20 remnants.
Yeah, 15 or 20 remnants stacked on top of each other. So you can one-shot someone with it, actually.
Dota 2.
Yeah, it's the game of intricate details and weird interactions.
I was wondering for a second, like, what on earth is SC buying with another point booster? But of course, the Aghanim Scepter.
Yep, the Aghanim Scepter is quite strong. He does have the increased duration on the Vortex as well. And honestly, an item that, you know, people kind of frown upon. But if you get that and a Meteor Hammer in your team, it's honestly a sick combo that you can pull off on your own.
5-man.
Yeah, you can kind of build your own black hole, you know? It's a do-it-yourself from IKEA black hole.
Well, what would they call it? Because IKEA has all the funny names.
Oh, it's probably Martin or something like that.
Bjorn.
Yeah. Yeah. They always have those beautiful names.
Yeah,
Nice, David.
So now is getting into some Finnish now.
Learning foreign languages with Gary B. So split push is happening down here by Liquid. They're just trying to get whatever they can in terms of farm. TA needs travels next, but you can delay the travels a little bit when you have a Coddle in your team. You still definitely want it though. Smoke coming out here from Newbee again. Are they going to be successful in finding anyone?
Was that Ice Blast travel over them?
It did travel over them.
Catches on the neck.
Oh, good DH. He has the blink, has the 4-step, and he's so quick. They don't have the Storm. He's the #1 here for catching stuff.
450 move speed. See ya, boys. Now they turn back, but Kafka's caught by a nice Burrow Strike from Mind Control. Blinding Light pushes them away.
Storm coming in. He has Aghanims, he can grab them.
Newbee wants to go forward. There's a repel and the 2-man Vortex catching both of the supports. SC has trapped them in, but a big epicenter. That's Mind Control in battle, doing damage with a big Burst Strike as well. And Miracle's BKB going to work. A nice Ice Blast with a dying breath of Kuroki, clearing through 3 of Newbee. And SC is trapped with the Dragon Tail, the stuns from MC.
Oh, they're gonna
and
get
Miracle's damage. They've got the kill. Moogie goes for the TP with the rage. The damage output is too good. The Aegis is gone. He's going to die a second time.
He kind of panicked, I think, with that TPing out with very low HP next to them. Now he's just gonna die. That is Miracle.
5-man wipe, 6-man wipe with the Aegis.
6-man wipe, you can say. And they only lost the 2 supports. They're quite hard to kill. I feel like Storm going in and trying to grab the supports there. He kills them so slowly though, because there's no blink on the Nyx or any other way for Lifestealer to get in there.
And then the rest of his team trying to catch up.
Yeah, massive epicenter landed onto them with a stun. Everyone else just couldn't really follow up. I think Storm needs to try and get one of these 4 heroes instead, because killing off only the support's not gonna be enough.
And that's gonna be Lane of Rack's bottom, tier 3 middle. SC has respawned, tries to keep them at bay, but Miracle with his Deso Bloodthorn just ripping apart these buildings. So there's an AC on, yeah, not too much.
It was a Storm Spirit in that, Rax. Yeah, buyback being used, but it's not really going to achieve anything. They'll continue here. He gets stunned on KP.
SC going in, trying to catch Matuma Man, but his BKB gives him that nice umbrella of safety. SC running low on mana here. It feels like he's kind of run out of steam as well. Impale not landing. The BKB from Miracle buys so much space and time as Epicenter Burrow into Kaka finds the 2 supports. With no buybacks here from Newbee, it feels like it's game over.
Yeah, don't think they will be able to do anything. SEC known for never giving up. He wants to keep trying. Oh, we're gonna see a nice 5-man black hole comp. A Meteor Hammer. Come on, let's do it. Not that it's gonna do anything at all. He gets a big grab though.
Infest out, 1 dead, Mind Control gone, Matuma Man about to fall as well. This is a lot of damage coming out of Newbee. Nice team fight win for them if they can catch and chase for more. Kuroki will be another collateral kill here.
He will never give up. He will try to win until the very end. That was a very nice 4-man grab with the Aghanims there. But in the end, they did lose their Mega Creeps. So Radiant with a very solid advantage right now. TA even moonsharding up, still has lots of money to spend. Going with a Doomstick. Fire and Blood. Be able to pretty much anyone. If they can break Storm's Lincoln, definitely destroy him. Even without breaking the link, can just use the nullify trait and find them.
Yeah. Damn right. Newbee against Mega Creeps. Well,
we've seen that win against
Secret.
Megas before.
Secret today against VP, but they had a lone druid.
They did have a lone druid. They had a little bit, you know, they had a few more outs than we're seeing here on Newbee. Their lineup not really itemized towards dealing with Mega Creeps, not really drafted to deal with Mega Creeps. You have no Battle Fury on Lifesteal or anything like that.
No Maelstrom on your Bane.
Yeah, should have got with the times, you know. Battle Fury, man. Yeah. You're a melee hero, are you not?
Absolutely. Battle Fury going. Haste. Moogie tries to clear out creeps one by one, hitting them and hitting them and hitting them.
It's a lot of work.
The most tedious job ever is clearing out these Mega Creeps.
Sure, for sure.
Liquid, Eon Disc on Sand King, on Ancient Apparition. They've got some real great ways to turn around and disrupt the team fight combos of Newbee here with their support.
Coddle had one queued up as well, but he's going for the Eat Blade instead. Mana leaking mid is going to bother Kaka a little bit. He Yules himself. Fight is going to happen mid. Kind of backing out.
Kuro spotted.
Kuro is running in, but again, he has an Aeon Disc. You don't want to all in on him and then end up not being able to kill him even.
The gem coming in, mind control. Finally spots the Observer Ward. They found a pick on Costle. Good start.
Yeah, and that might be the end of that fight as well. I don't know if Liquid want to really fight 4v5. Feels like one of the few ways they could lose this game is by doing a dumb decision here. So, Newbee, they stay in it.
For now.
For now. They're still never count them out.
Maelstrom Storm. We're doing it.
Of course.
Lightning, boys.
They need some ways to clear the creep. I believe more of their heroes need to start itemizing towards it as well. I'd love to see the Bane going with that.
Get the Maelstrom out. Sure. That's freaking go. So, Newbee. This is real dire straits for them. Liquid just waiting out for the Roshan to respawn. Get that next Aegis, as Kaka does.
Yeah, he spotted him, and they have the storm is pointing in that direction, but jumping quite yet. Maybe they go mid even. Around that.
Everyone's buying nullifiers now. We've got one on TA, one being built by Lifesteal. Dragonite's trying to finish off one as well.
Yeah.
Storm does zip forward. They've caught Miracle's Templar Assassin, but a good forest strike makes just a, no, never mind. There's no saving. There's no saving. Great impale from Kaka, manages to keep the fight going the way of Newbee as they chase Kuroki now, trying to find the kill on the Ancient Apparition. A few more hits will do the job for SC. Lincoln's pop now, the epicenter wound up, will force the suicide.
Takes his life.
Has to TP away. Good Forest Strike continuation gets the Bane, but that could be the end of that once he dies off.
Buyback from Miracle here, wants to end it right now. Not sure that I'm a massive fan of the buyback since Storm is respawning quite quickly, but I guess they're gonna get the Aegis during this time. And with the Aegis on TA, they worry about the buyback being down. There's also a refresher, so DK could take that and have his ulti again. And they just go immediately.
Red numbers everywhere.
Bloodborne, what a lovely item.
What do we have here? Cheese, refresher, DK. Miracle, of course, after that buyback just now. Bane does have a buyback to come back into this, and I think we'll bring up that tab for now. See what's going on, because KP is still on cooldown for a little bit. 270 gold off it, but they're losing tier 4s as these mega creeps are just clearing through the dire base. Newbee still struggling to deal with the natural creep push coming in, but it's Vortex onto 2 here as SC gets first struck up with Moogie as well. Nice GA from KP for the Ice Blast. Should secure this game from Kuroki as the refresher of Matula Man allows another dragon to arrive onto the scene. No buyback from Moogie, a buyback from MC will come back with a Sand King and a sick burst strike in.
Everyone's just melting.
One, but it's Newbee dead, and deader as the Vortex will be the last thing they do.
Gets the black hole. Well, the nullifier really coming in clutch towards the end there. It even purges off the GA to go through the safety provided by the Angel. However,